Hi guys! Welcome back to the channel. So as shown in the title of the video, this will be your guide if you want to come to Canada as a caregiver. So there are two new pilot programs for caregivers that were released on June 2019. The first one is the Home Child Care Provider pilot. Under this program, you have to take care of children under the age of 18. And then the next one is the Home Support Worker pilot program. Under this pilot program, you have to take care of, let's say, an elderly person or a person with disability. So what are the main highlights of these new pilot programs? Like, what are the difference between these new ones compared to the old ones? So the very first one, on these programs, you will be given an occupation-specific work permit instead of the employer-specific work permit. So the main difference is occupation-specific versus the employer-specific, right? The old one, when you get your work permit, your employer is written there. So if you are being treated unfairly and you want to change your employer, you have to start from zero. Like, you have to apply from the bottom again. Apply for LMIA, it's just a long process. So sometimes caregivers, even if they are being treated unfairly, nagtitiis na lang because they can't afford the process again, or it's just a hassle, you know. Unlike this occupation-specific work permit, it gives you the ability to look for other employer as long as you apply for the same job. So that's a very positive note for these new pilot programs. The next one, open work permit or study permit can be applied for your dependents. So, kung may asawa ka, may anak ka, pwede mo silang isama sa application mo. But the thing is, when you do that, you have to prove that you have the funds, you have enough money to support your family. So, dun papasok yung show money, no? Ayun yung medyo mabigat for now, but I mean, that's another good thing. At least while you're working, you're with your family already, right? Like, you don't have to wait such a long time. But I know it's gonna be hard for those people who don't have that large amount of money because it's really big. Number 3, guaranteed permanent residence. Once you're done with your 24-month work requirement experience, you can just go ahead and apply for your permanent residence, because when you start your application, like for the very beginning, applying of your open work permit, you're providing all the requirements needed for permanent residence also. So ang kailangan mo na lang ma-reach is your work experience and you're good to go. Now let's talk about the process of application. The very first one is you must have a job offer from a genuine employer. How do you find an employer? I would suggest, if you have relatives here in Canada that can kind of be your employer, reach out to them, ask them if they can help you, because that's what I did. Luckily for me, I have family members that are very supportive. My cousin became my employer, so it wasn't hard for me to look for a job. But if you don't have that option, you can search through Indeed or nanny.ca. I'm gonna put some of the links below if you're interested. Just make an account and yeah, just keep on searching for a job. You'll never know. Mahirap makahanap ng employer online, but malay mo, you'll never know. Matisod mo, diba? Number 2, your ability to do the job. So dito papasok yung caregiver training mo or yung paid work experience mo. Excuse me. So, yun na nga, your ability to do the job. Kailangan ma-establish mo doon sa magpa-process ng paper na you are fit for the job. As for me, I took a caregiving course. So yun yung pinasa ko. I attached my diploma, my certificate rather, and then yung NC2 na certificate ko din, in-attach ko doon. Tapos, yun lang yung sa akin. I didn't apply for a job like in the Philippines. Like, straight nag-apply lang ako, sinuwerte na naging sapat yun. Now, if you have paid experiences, just attach your certificate of employment or pay stubs or tax reports. Like, attach those on your application. The third one is a 1 year of Canadian post-secondary education or foreign equivalent. So, paano mo malalaman na 1 year post-secondary yung education mo na equivalent dito? You have to do education assessment. Madami naman na pwedeng paggawan nito, but the most popular one is World Education Services. Ayun din yung ginamit ko. Ilalagay ko yung iba sa description box and the links as well kung makakatulong yon. Number 4 is your language test. Dapat at least CLB5 yung level na mapasa mo. So you can get your language test through IELTS, which is very popular. And then the next one is CELPIP. Yun yung ginamit ko, yung CELPIP. I have a separate video kung paano ko napasa yung CELPIP ko. I'll put the link here on top. Panoorin nyo kung gusto nyo. And yeah, you have to at least get CLB5 level. If you take IELTS, your scores must be 5 for listening, and then 4 for reading, and then speaking and writing are both 5. And for CELPIP, 5 in all areas are passed. Like, yun yung considered na CLB5. Pag yun yung scores mo, pasado ka. Now, there you have it. That's all you needed to start your application. I-recap natin all the requirements that you needed. First one, a genuine job offer from a legit employer. Number 2, your ability to do the job. Ito yung trainings, education, and paid experiences. Number 3, 1 year of Canadian post-secondary education or equivalent. And number 4, language test result of CLB5 at least. So what are you waiting for? Mag-apply ka na, you look for a job and gather these requirements. And if you're ready, go ahead and lodge in your application. How? I will do a separate video on that. So if you want to get notified, please subscribe on my channel. Hit mo na rin yung notification bell and like this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!